1 2 1 2 1 2. Back at it. It's that Hood to Hood Wave radio show. He gave me a corny intro, so my intro's probably corny. I'm man, Joey go.
Thrown off.
Yeah.
Necole Monae. So
all right.
we here tonight. Feeling good, feeling good.
Back at it. You already know what it is. It's all about that Power Weekend Sunday. My birthday bash. 1,200 tickets sold in the Bronx. We shutting it down.
Where we at?
We got Salsa Conflago in the Bronx.
Okay.
We need a bigger spot out here, yo. There's a snowstorm too coming Sunday, and people still buying tickets and bottles. Well, my man D, if you listening, call up real quick.
Well, that's where they're gonna be at when it's snowing at the party.
It's crazy. It's overwhelming.
Ubers is
like,
gonna
we
be
told
lit
them,
Sunday.
there's no guest list. For the promoters out there, there's no guest list because we overpack. If you don't walk in with us, it's quiet for you. It's quiet. It's quiet. Like
it's quiet.
You know what I mean?
That's about to be crazy.
It's crazy. All black, everything. Come dressed to impress. If you gotta fit it on, you're not getting in. You got on sneakers that look crazy, you're not getting in.
So just grown
black
man,
shit, grown man shit,
yeah.
grown man shit.
That's how you explain
it. You can wear a sweater, black jeans, black boots. That's hip hop. That's a go.
That's hip hop, grown man.
Let's go. Yeah, sure. Hip hop.
Ladies strictly shoes, dresses.
Yeah. Ladies gotta be sexy.
Little cute pants, outfits, stuff like that. But definitely some shoes. They need some heels on. Heels on.
It's not Thursday. No disrespect to my man Fish. Good looking out though. Thursday they get a little crazy in there. Thursday we looking grown and sexy. Bring the minks out, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Sherlins, all that. We drinking, we ain't thinking.
Oh, excuse me.
All right.
And then definitely, since we drinking and not thinking, everybody have Uber on deck, Lyft, Via, whatever you need. Nobody's driving.
All that. But if you do drive, we do have the parking lot. We have valet parking. You know what I mean? Get yourself valet park. If you drink too much, just leave it there.
Yeah, exactly.
Come back in the morning, come get your whip. That's what it is. All right, let's get into the show. So we have a special guest in the building.
Yes, we do.
Wow,
we
man.
had a couple of special guests.
It's great to be here.
I mean,
finally.
What the name? Well, yeah, we've been trying to get this going for
a long time.
Yeah, for a long. Block work was going back and forth.
I know. We was talking about it, and now we here.
Yep.
All right.
We here.
Well, let's introduce. You want him to introduce himself? You want to introduce him?
No, you introduce yourself. Right.
So I'm Solis, Italian-American hip-hop artist, repping the BX Boogie.
BX.
And, nightlife fixture in the Bronx scene, Manhattan scene, and just grinding.
Okay.
Dabbling into acting, management, just trying to keep my hand in all the pots right now, you know?
Okay, that's what's up.
All right. For the people that know you, they look like, oh, yo, that's the club owner from Club Miami. You know what I mean?
Like, it happens so often, yeah.
Like, so when you tell them, yo, I rap, so people don't look at you like, huh, you rap? Like,
yeah, and the crazy, you know, I mean, in this business, in this industry, you got to keep everything separate because, you know, people come at you a different way if they kind of feel, well, he an artist, he a rap, the business is the business, and then, you know, we could talk about the music separately, but the business always has to remain the business, you know, and it's been a difficult line for me to walk throughout the course of my, career because I've been doing music way before I've been into the nightlife aspect. I mean, you know, I had my first deal long before I ever, you know, did anything with a nightclub, so. A lot of people think it's the opposite, but it's not, you know.
Being Italian and being a hip-hop artist, how is it? Like, what is more of a struggle, you think, or it's easy because you're Italian, it's different, and a lot of people like different?
You're not looked at as, like, the white rapper, per se, but you're still looked at as, like, something foreign to what the industry is accustomed to. And a lot of times, you know, people are hesitant to deal with Italians, especially when it comes to contracts and things like that, because they feel that things can maybe go left. If things go left, and that's why you haven't really
I know a guy.
Exactly.
Get about it.
So, you know, it's been difficult in that regard, you know, to get people to be comfortable with actually doing, doing deals with us and moving situations around with us. But overall, for me, like, you know, I'm Italian, but, you know, I grew up in the hood, so for me, it's kind of like, that's my culture, and I'm always gonna represent that. But I'm hip hop. You know, like I'm hip hop
that's all
all
that
the
matters
way.
sometimes, as long as you straight hip hop.
Yeah, like that's that's. I came up with the family dinner stuff and all that.
Okay.
But you know, we was in the street, so.
Okay. I'm feeling it.
My co-host she has surgery. So
yeah, I saw that. You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just had knee surgery yesterday, but I'm here. I'm dedicated.
I told her to take the day off. I was like, I don't take the day off and relax.
No days off.
She had to come in. She had to come and hang with Celise.
Exactly. See, that's what it is.
Thank
you know
you.
it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I
appreciate that.
You've been in the game for a while.
Yeah.
You actually created a business, creating an avenue for yourself out of this. How did that work for you? Like, how did you go from rapping to the business aspect?
So, back then, and I'm sure anyone who's been in the promotional game, Joey, you know, you can relate. You know how it goes. When you're an artist and you step to a club owner or a promoter, you got to be able to bring something to that table other than just being a rapper. Rapper's a dime a dozen. So when you sit down with people that are in business and do business, you got to basically be able to let them know, like, listen, I'll pack your club. Okay. You know, because the owner's looking at it like, well, you rapping in my club, what does that do for me? I see what it does for you, but what does that do for me? So okay, I can bring some revenue in. You have, you know, your spot is slow on this night, that night, whatever the case may be, or you may have a spot, you know, especially in Manhattan. Yeah. Locations a dime a dozen. So we would attack the locations that would look a little bit more, you know, less, you know, obviously less busy, less traffic, and we would hit them with like, listen, give us a shot. We'll do an event. And because I come from my background, but being around all the different types of people that I'm around, the events would always be really ethnically diverse, which is what people enjoy. Exactly. So we started performing at our own events. And then from there, it was like, okay, you know, I'm looking at it, you know, two-pronged. I'm like, wow, this is an interesting business because I see the money that's being made that I'm not getting a piece of. And then I'm also looking at it as this is another way to channel the music out. So that's really how I kind of walked in the door promoting, and then it went from there to, you know, basically the people around me were like, you know, you're making all this money for other people, why don't you make some money for yourself? And so every situation that I stepped in from there was a managing partnership. So I would run the place and then obviously have my vested interest in the location.
Very smart, very smart.
But the only thing that I feel like I slipped up on is I didn't pump the music that hard at that time, because the line was to walk was so thin. Okay. You know, so there was a lot of people that I had really good rapport with, but like Joey said, you know, I didn't really kick the music aspect to them because I looked like I don't want to be looked at as rapper guy, you know, like hip hop artist guy, because then you're gonna, you know, the conversation might change, you know, and that's what I feared. So I pulled back a little bit on the music, and then I started, once I got comfortable enough to see that I was able to kind of keep a fine balance on both. Then I started slowly introducing different aspects of it. And then people hit me with the, like you just said, oh, wait, that's you? Like, you rap? That's you? Like,
now, but you being a club owner, club manager now, like, when DJs come, you be like, yo, play my song. When they pack, like.
I never did that on a pressure thing. And you could ask DJs, like, you know, I never would be pressuring. Okay. I'd send a DJ a record. If he rocks with the record, cool. But I would never be on some Debo, like, because to me that's not hip hop. Like that's not what it is. You know, like play my shit or you know,
Suge Knight was
make sure
Suge Knight was on it like that.
Yeah, I know, but you know what? You're right. And
Flex
you know
is on it.
A lot of
Flex
people,
bully. He just play a song and keep brainwashing you.
I can't argue with that, and you're right. And a lot of people in hindsight tell me, yo, you should have been who you really are. You are that guy, so you should have been that guy with the music. Yeah. But I just felt like I got such a love for the game that to have them sitting there playing something that they maybe weren't feeling would not be doing me a personal justice, even though it probably in the greater run would have been doing me a bigger justice.
Well, it's like, yo, it's my joint. If they not rocking, take it off. If they rock,
and so eventually that's what happened. But the good thing was when I went to other spots, I would get that love. So like when I would have my music played more in spots that I would frequent just to show love at than even in my own spot half the time. And then after a while, the DJs started just you could ask any DJ. I would never tell them, listen, play this. They would start playing. They'd be like, yo, why you didn't give this to me? And, you know, then I started saying, okay, well, cool. They receptive to this. Let's move forward. Let's rock with this.
Okay.
Dope. How long you been rapping?
Man, more than half my life. You know, I came up just in the ciphers and, you know, obviously you out there hanging and you know how that goes. You just start, you know, getting into the freestyle aspect of it, but then making songs, probably about 15 years, you know, getting into a booth and actually learning how to formulate songs and bars. And, you know, you don't know things like that when you're in the hood just rapping, you know, you're just rapping. But then we did a couple of, I did a couple of battles. I won a couple of shows, you know, freestyle battles and stuff like that. And from there I had management. And my management was actually the Cold Crush Brothers, who got me my first situation. And the issue was, you know, our paths and the way we saw the industry was a little bit different because, you know, they were a little bit, they were older. Yeah. So they never got their just due. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of was like, the individual that was representing me kind of never got to recoup.
Okay.
So he was pushing a little too hard, and I'm like, yo, we gotta chill. Like, I don't have anything out there yet that we can demand this type of situation. But, you know, unfortunately, that's what it was. And we white labeled a couple of records, and, you know, we did a couple of shows, and, you know, it was an experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I'm forever grateful for that aspect. You know, when I got to be around people that, you know, legends that most people never even sit in a room with. Back then, we didn't have the social media, so you couldn't really take pictures with everybody who was around. But, you know, I done been in the room with all of them pretty much, you know, at one point or another.
Because that was going to be my next question. Like, who have you worked with? Who have you dealt with? Like,
I mean, everyone Bronx and Manhattan based, you know, pretty much, you know, from the Fred the Gods to the Tony Sunshines to the OMPs, all you know, all the guys that are really on that up and coming grind.
Some of those names, you just showing your longevity.
Yeah, and, you know, and just, you know, the relationships, you know, it was always love. It was just always a good rapport that I had with these guys, and they were also shocked. But then you play them the music, and it's like, oh, you rap, you know, like you don't. Right. This is not just like you're not just like, oh, well, I have a couple of dollars and I want to be a rapper. Like, nah, that was never what it was for me. You know, for me, this was always the culture.
Your top 5 rappers, dead or alive?
Wow, it's always such a difficult question. Jay-Z is, you know, I'm a huge Jay fan just because of the, you know, the metaphors and the double entendres and all that. I would have to say Big, Pac. You know, I'm from that. So the other two is always tricky to me. I mean, I like M, you know, so I guess M would probably be my 5 slot, and then I don't know who the 4. You know, I don't know who my 4 would be. I would have to think a little bit. You know, I'm a Nas fan. The only thing I have with Nas is that I don't feel like he put out enough commercially viable records. That like I don't get in my car and say, damn, I got to play some old Nas. But I get in my car and say, I got to play some old Jay, some old Big, some old Pac. You know, not to take anything away from Nas, because Nas is a phenomenal artist and still rocking to this day.
I listen to Jay when I'm in competitive mode, like
just,
around my birthday time. I listen to that Black album.
It gives you a mood. His songs create a mood, you know, and I feel like and Pun, you know, I mean, Big Pun was definitely he didn't have the longevity and he didn't get to do enough, but I feel like he was you know, like, definitely a
Pun and Big, they great rappers, but I couldn't put them in
because
my
they
top.
didn't do
much.
They didn't do enough.
Pun was lyrical. I think he probably would have been.
We don't know. Who knows where him and Big would have took it?
You know? Right now.
Who knows if Jay would have reached the levels? I mean, I think he still would have been extremely relevant. Would he have hit those levels? I don't know.
We'll never know.
You know, I guess it's hard to tell.
So now, since you've been in the game so long, what type of advice you would give to? Like you manage and all that, what type of advice you would give to your artists?
Well, the managing hat is new for me. This is brand new. This is the first, you know, I've been approached by so many people over the years, like, you know, why don't you know, I know you know this person, and sometimes it's a lot easier to sell someone else than yourself. You know, selling yourself is difficult. Well, you know, you also got to stay with the times. I don't want to be 40 years old still trying to rap. So my theory is I'm going to do my music until people tell me that, yo, that's just it's not working no more. But in the interim, groom. Because, you know, no artist when they step on the scene is just ready to go, in my opinion. They need that tutelage. They need to get, you know, for, you know, no homo, they need to get fucked, you know, in terms of the game and get screwed over a couple of times just so you can learn. So what I feel is since I kind of went through that, I can maybe eliminate part of that process. You know, I know which doors is worth walking through. I know which battles is worth fighting. And then I know which ones is just not. And so, and that's why I went with an R&B act. Because, you know, me being a hip-hop artist, you know, I know the struggle involved for rappers. Not that it isn't difficult for R&B, but hip-hop is just, it's so oversaturated, and I can't even really respect and enjoy a lot of the music that's out there now. Yeah. So I feel like that is not even my page.
If you don't wear a purse right now, you're not.
And, you know, we don't come from that. Like, you know, like, I don't want to date myself and say I'm old because I don't respect that, but it's just not the way that, it wasn't the way I was raised, period, as a man. You know, so the things that these guys are doing for fame, and listen, I respect it if you're getting a check. I mean, God bless, you got to feed your family. But it's just not an option for me, and it's not a route that I would choose, and it's not a route that I'm going to put my artist through. You know, obviously, we're going to make sure that he can buzz, but we want people to recognize the talent and not the gimmick, not the novelty. Because, you know, these guys are here and then they're gone. Yeah. You know, it's not, there's not careers. These songs that we're hearing now, in my opinion, it's fad music. Yeah. Like, we're not going to be bumping to, you know, 6'9",
next year.
maybe. But 20 years from now, 15 years from now, like I can throw a Biggie record on right now.
Yeah, that longevity.
You can throw this Dipset record on right now, and it's gonna move people. I don't think that in 20 years that sound is still good. I could be wrong.
Now, do you feel you make music like that, people will bump?
The thing about my projects are really, in my opinion, very different because I don't mind jumping into any box. Like I have a record that's just a straight pop, Pitbull, top 20. I have a bunch of those kind of joints, and then I got street joints. Okay. And I don't have a problem with jumping out of my comfort zone because I'm comfortable in my skin as an artist. And I feel like a lot of artists limit themselves, like, nah, I ain't gonna rock on that beat because that shit is kind of pop. And like if you're an artist and that beat speaks to you and makes something come out of you, then you should take that opportunity and make that kind of song. Yeah. So I feel like as I'm growing, I'm making, ever since I had my daughter and, that was a new step for me, fatherhood. Ever since I got into that, I'm noticing I'm toning down like the content as far as the women. Because that was, obviously, in the club business, the music business, it's a lot of things that you see and experience. And,
weird shit.
All sorts of things. And so my theory is, I want to make stuff that is going to be a little more timeless, and not just for the Bronx and not just for New York. That was a path that I was stuck on. I was like, damn, but I want to be hot in my borough, in my city, and that's dope. But you got to have a bigger goal. Like I'm Italian, there's a big market in Europe, and now I'm tapping into that. I just did a record the other day with an artist from Paris who flew in and really was intent on getting a record done, and we got a record done. We shot a video for it, and like it's cool to send that out there now. Yeah. You got to just know that there's a wider array than just being on Flex's top 10 list. Not that that's not an accolade because it is, but that and
there's a life behind that. Yeah.
Exactly. And pitching movies to soundtracks. Pitching movies to TV shows. I have one that's going to be on a Netflix series that's going to be coming out in I think in March. So that's the idea that I have now. It's how do we monetize? I already invested. I put my money up. I paid my dues. I spit in my ciphers. I did my battles. I did all that. So now how do we monetize a little bit from it? And there's more than one way to skin a cat. Exactly. Nobody's selling records right now. I think A Boogie just dropped. What they say he sold? Was it 83 copies?
That's
literally,
it?
I think it was 83 copies.
Monae. I got to check.
And that's the hottest artist, But the thing is, nobody's buying them.
Yeah,
and he still was a number one. And his record was still number one.
Yeah,
that's what
It's all about streaming. Like who got the most
streams, and they resonate to a certain dollar amount. And but what it's really about is merchandising, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. I have one of my best friends handles the merchandising for a lot of large artists out in LA and New York, and you have a better shot of popping a T-shirt or a hat or a lighter off than you do a record. The record is like secondary. It's like, oh, and he does music. Yeah. Now you see what all these guys are doing, these internet personalities. We've seen it a million times. The Catch Me Outside girl, the chicklet kid now with the boyfriend and the girlfriend. Yep. Now he made a record, and it's like
you said, secondary.
It's let's pop first. Let's get hot, no matter how, whatever we got to do, and then let's put a song out.
Yeah. That's
so it hurts artists like me in a sense because I really respect the art of this business. So to me, it's like a smack in the face because it's like basically all that training you did in the gym is worth nothing because I'm gonna just do a whole bunch of steroids and I'm gonna get bigger than you in a week, and that's kind of how it feels,
That's a good comparison.
But at the same time, it is what it is. You don't want to be that old man in the corner complaining about. Oh, well, it shouldn't be that way. Nah, it is what it is.
Have a nigga like 6ix9ine come. That nigga Ebo, he's a bitch. Some old nigga on a young nigga.
Exactly. And then you have that situation. Yeah. And when you look at guys like that, and it's fucked up because he's in a lot of trouble. And realistically, I don't think that he personally was really about any of that.
Yeah, it was just
he was around the wolves, and they saw a meal ticket, and they, But now look, gang, and now
he's in jail.
That's conspiracy.
We got a caller.
All right.
Caller was hood. Hello? Yo. Bang it.
All right.
So let's get into some of your music. What song we gonna play?
What do we send over? I think I sent over a few records.
Cross the line.
So we want to go street or we want to go pop?
Whatever you want to go.
We go street first.
Go street first. All right. So this is Cross That Line. This is featuring my man Hocus 4/5, Castle Hill, Soundview, and Murder Mook.
Shouts out to Hocus 4/5.
Yes, sir.
Racketeering music.
question, I ain't one for foolery. How you strip naked on your block and leave your jewelry? The mob way, you wanna find out the hard way? Level soft like butter, brother, past the parquet. If he doing that shit that a bitch do, be sure to tell that man that he a bitch too. Stick who? Better tell whoever sent you, I'll end you. Get back that little gun your man's lent you. It's monumental, power moves with move makers. They bitches love us, therefore they dudes hate us. Used to pitch all white, they thought I moved racist. Till they saw my black chick pop out with 2 razors.
If you cross that line, niggas know me, I'm a cool nigga. Go pull it, go pull it, yeah, yeah. We just trying to get money, make money, take care of stuff. But I do know some niggas. Go pull it, go pull it, yeah, yeah. I ain't trying to repeat this. I'm a cool nigga, ain't no secret. But please don't take my kindness for weakness. Cause I know niggas hocus, scissors, and silices. And I ain't trying to keep the peace, I'm trying to keep the pieces. I treat this like basketball all the time. Shit is violation if you cross the line. We used to be cool, I used to call you line. Now, nigga, I don't feel you like a porcupine. I'm on the grind, concentrating on my progress. Hey, you know beef is real hard to digest. Boy, your strap ain't act, nigga, that's high tech. And plus, we can't be beefing if you ain't died yet. If you cross that line, yeah, go pull it. That's a fact, though. Yeah, go pull it. Yeah, yeah. If you cross that line, yeah, go pull it. Go pull it. Yeah, yeah. Cross that line, nigga, your mama died. Yo, more time to school these niggas like I'm from Columbine. Focus, I'm a smooth ass killer who keep a alibi. Till I kill this whole damn fam, no, I ain't satisfied. You niggas ain't bad as I, that shit you rap, that is I. Niggas nobodies, got no bodies, how you tat is I. You ain't earning teardrops, you ain't never air shots. Nigga, understand, I'm the man where you can't rock. Gangsta since the sandbox, dope in the rice. Coke in the pot, whip it right, no ice, let it airlock. Niggas ain't really like that. They want the wall, come on, I really like that, like that. If you cross that line, I'm gonna pull it. Go pull it. Better pull it. If you cross that line, I'm gonna pull it. Go pull it.
2 week back at it, you already know what it is. So what you feel about? How you feel about that?
Definitely a smoker J too. Like it's definitely a nice vibe.
In the whip.
Yeah, it's
chilling.
Yeah, just a roll.
Laid back,
It puts you in the mood, gives you that, that real New York vibe. And that's, obviously with the record, the artists on that record, that's what we're shooting for, create that real hip hop. But still, we gave the beat is kind of trap-ish, just to keep it with that, that knock. But obviously the lyrics is
the lyrics is coherent. I wouldn't say trap. I would say that's more.
What's the drum?
Laid back, like a West Coast vibe.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
That's what the drum line gives it that cool, like that real. Just knock your head to it. Just bop, And that was produced by Suits, who is basically doing everything for K Slay. Okay. Like every record that K Slay's dropped, as because he's putting records out. Yeah. Every record that he's put out is basically produced by my guy Suits. He's worked with everybody. I mean, from Rick Ross to the top guys out now. So he's moving. He's grinding. Okay, shouts to him. Another fellow Italian in the rap game.
All right. How you feel about it?
Nah, definitely some riding Brimlow, Oslo. You know what
Everything
I mean?
low.
Everything low.
That's like that hot music.
It's like that. It's like that. That you about Juke. It's that Jukes music. It's that music. You put that on, and then you're like, all right, we're gonna hop out on
Summertime flow. Summertime flow.
Windows down.
All right, let's get into the next one now.
So the next record is actually just to show the diversity. This record is called Major. this record is probably gotten the most accolades off of the project so far.
Okay.
I mean, it's been played in Switzerland, obviously here in New York. It's been played down in Florida, Atlanta. It's been featured on a variety of mixtapes.
Okay.
And it's got that feel good, I'm the one kind of Justin Bieber-ish vibe to it. It's featuring my man Two Fame Ace, and it's produced by Jazzmaster. So you'll see the difference in the record. And it's just to show you what we was talking about, the disparity in making different types of songs. And the video is real dope. You got to check the video to this one out.
All right,
it's
the
available
homie's
on
versatile. Let's get into it, man. I want to hear this one.
I said this one is for the lady. This one is for the ladies that think that I'm handsome. Tell them that I got my pants up. Swear I've been focused lately. Trying to stack this cash up. No, I'm trying to stack these bands up. Shout out to all my haters. No, I got a man, bruh. Bigger than you, check out my stash up. I'm on a song major. I know this gon' be a smash, son. And I know you heard the last one.
Well, they say money come and go, but I'm trying to make her stay. And I've been high and I've been low, I'm just trying to find my way. Life is like a game of chess, so be careful how you play. I'm just trying to make some history before in peace I lay. While I'm here, it's party time like all the time, every day. Piece of the pie sounds very kind, but I'm gon' need like all of mine. And I know that them haters lurking, so I move with caution. I'm handsome, but she said the money make me gorgeous.
Ladies that think that I'm handsome, tell them that I got my pants up. Swear I've been focused lately. Trying to stack this cash up. No, I'm trying to stack these bands up. Shout out to all my haters. No, I got a man, bruh. Bigger than you, check out my stash up. I'm on to something major. I know this gon' be a smash, son. And I know you heard the last one.
Well, I like them light brown, Puerto Rican and Haitian. Them white girls with that round, they go downtown. With a face like a movie star, body like a porno star. Top down, windows up, riding in my sporty car. Trying to live it up till my time's all out. Champagne for the pain, that's what I'm all about. And see, I'm really living what my rhymes are about. So get hot at this, get low with this. Is this that shit? You know it is, for sure it is.
You just in my way, you can't play around. After I smash, you can't stay around. I gotta hit the strip, I gotta get the chips. Chewy on me, baby, and I understand it. But I gotta keep on, and I can play around. I got a lot of things I gotta do now. I gotta just get it, so baby, don't forget it. This is part of my living, and you know I gotta get it. This one is for the ladies that think that I'm handsome. Tell them that I got my pants up. Swear I've been focused lately. Trying to stack this cash up. No, I'm trying to stack these bands up. Shout out to all my haters. No, I got a man, bruh. Bigger than you, check out my stash up. I'm on to something major. I know this gon' be a smash, son. And I know you heard the last one. This one is for the ladies. Swear I've been focused lately. I'm on to something major.
I like that one.
How you feeling that?
I like that one better.
Me too.
Me too.
I mean, that's the record that you want to hear when you're with your chick or when you're just vibing out. You know, like I always say, the hood stuff is cool, but it's more dime a dozen. Like I can make not to take any credit away from the other record, but I can make 100 of those.
Okay.
You know, but to make a record like that where you got musical arrangements and you even got a little doo-wop added to the hip hop, it's like, wow, they weren't afraid to climb outside of the box, and I have a lot more records like that. Okay. And that's kind of the direction that I want to be in overall, you know, but I still got to do what I love, and
that's where the money's at too.
100%.
Facts. 100%.
And the video's a cartoon. It's an animated version of myself and the artist. So the video's super dope. Okay. It's like a sketched out animated version. It's on YouTube. It's on a whole bunch of blogs. Picked it up. So it's moving. It's moving.
All right. So what you got coming out? Any other projects?
Currently, We're working on Tyler's project. Tyler being my first artist, and we're gonna drop his single tonight for the first time. It's not hasn't been heard yet anywhere,
Exclusive.
so it's gonna be an
We
exclusive to
appreciate
y'all.
that.
Of course, I had to bring one up here. In addition to that, I'm gonna be starring in a short film. It's gonna be called Big Bronx, Little Italy.
Okay.
And of course, I'm gonna be playing an Italian, I guess, boss, or
Gotcha.
that's kind of coming up. But it's gonna have an urban twist to it. It's not gonna be a typical Goodfellas type of thing. It's gonna be what I really was around more. You know.
Caller, what's hood?
Yeah, what's the deal, Playboy?
Poppin', who's calling?
This is Biz.
Biz, what's poppin', homie?
What's good with you?
Yo, you ready for Sunday?
More than ready, champ.
You saw all your tickets, bro?
More than ready, champ.
They said Sunday was sold out.
So what you think about the music? Like,
Yeah, he was on
That Biz.
that's
Play
it.
the game, Biz?
Play the game, Biz.
Wow, okay. Another gentleman that I had
He's-
the pleasure of doing some business with.
Yeah, he's online. He was
Okay,
watching.
okay.
All right,
What up,
yo.
Biz?
yeah, what do
You
you think
there?
about the music?
Yeah, they on the line too.
What's that?
Yeah, but we was calling you together.
You have reached the voicemail box on
somebody-
Oh, we got it in 3
Yeah. That's hip hop. That's hip hop.
This is hip hop.
All right, yo, we hit you right back, Biz. All right, so your artist, you say he's an R&B artist.
R&B artist out of the Bronx, young boy, and the true test was because, like I said, I've come in touch with a lot of artists, obviously being in this business, and obviously people see me in a position that I deal with a lot of promoters and venues, and, they're like, oh, can you manage me?
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of always been like, I don't really have the time because I'm so caught up. So we really put him on the spot. Like, I didn't know him from a hole in the wall. He came through my man Haz, who does a lot of my videography. He's a top-notch film, director, film producer. His kid's dope. And so I was like, yeah, you're a singer? Okay, cool. So I had called up my man Wanye from the Frat House, dope up-and-coming producer. So send me a record over. Sent the record right over, beat, nice beat. The record that you're going to hear today.
Okay.
And I said, okay, you're a songwriter. You know how to sing? Okay. Here's the beat. Right.
Make it happen.
Right. Here you go. And young boy went right in.
Ah.
He didn't hesitate. He didn't, but I need to go home. And
I need 15, 20 minutes.
Sat with it, wrote, and that was impressive to me. And what was more impressive to me is that it wasn't shit. That it was actually, that it actually was good.
That's right.
Because, sitting down and writing something is one thing, but sitting down and actually writing the chorus that we ended up
And you're
using
executing
at
it.
the end, and I'm being extra critical with his music. Like, I've sat in there and mixed it a few. That's still not the final mix.
Okay.
It's still like maybe a 80% mix because I'm just trying to be very, very critical and, just making sure that everything sounds as good as possible. And then obviously from there, let the babies go and see what the world feels about it. But I have a really good feeling, and the thing about it is he's a super humble young man, which was important to me. Like I know I wouldn't be able to manage another me. Like I know that my personality is just not, I'm not as controllable, especially at that age. At that age, you couldn't really tell me much at all. So, to know that he understands and he's willing to listen and respect, the people that have been kind of around this for a while makes it even more dope. So I'm just, that. And then, I'm also going to be doing a scene for the Borderline Cartel. It's GT Visions is shooting that. So he's going to be, he cast me in that as, once again,
So
club, Italian guy,
2019
But listen,
is
I'll do it.
looking
I'll do it. I enjoy that, It's enjoyable.
Yo,
what's up?
we both on the line, champ.
Oh, Biz and D. Oh, all right.
Yeah, we both on the line.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on in New York City?
Yeah, we in a quick
Sunday,
interview.
what's going on?
Y'all got turn down. Y'all music in the back, yo.
I don't have nothing on.
All right, one of y'all phones is
You can hear me?
nervous. Yeah. All right, quickly, guys. Sunday, what can they expect? Okay, y'all phone is
Silence.
suspect. Y'all phone is suspect. Are they there? Y'all
Sunday
there?
is gonna be crazy, man.
What's the delay for?
I don't even know what to say, man. This is, to me, I just feel like hooking up with y'all it is what it is, man. It's the best thing to do. This is overdue, So Sunday gonna be crazy.
I think you've been too nice, man. This is great. All of us played the game, enjoyed all came together. We put together an epic event. And as you can see, the city received it. It wasn't just the borough of Palm. NYC received it, and you'll see the results on Sunday. You know, it's what it is. Greatness. You can't stop it. A lot of hate, a lot of pillow talking going on out there, but you know what? The numbers speak for itself. And we're going to show you out Sunday how Peter Hardaway come together, shut the city down. That's it.
All right.
That sounds about right.
All right, fellas. All right, so one last question. How the bottle situation is looking?
Well, it's crazy. I mean, they might have to shut all the liquor stores down and everything. Behind that, you know?
All right.
Listen, fam. I can't test it until we make sure there's enough stock in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, that's the kind of night it's going to be.
All right, fellas. Thanks for calling up. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have a show after the party.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
New York City Power 12019. Let's go. Let's get it.
Also, log on to my Instagram and listen to some of the music. Give me the feedback, yo.
Yes, sir.
All right, fellas. Thanks for calling up.
All
All
right.
right.
Boy.
So
Cool.
we're gonna play Tyler before he comes up. We're gonna have him come up. I think we should play him before he comes up.
I
think so?
I think we should have him introduce his song. He want tell us about it.
Okay.
What y'all think?
I think that's a good idea.
No. Yeah. This
you
being
know.
his first.
Where you
yes.
at? Where you
I
at?
just want them to get a feel.
He's a virgin right now.
Let's
Pull out
bust
the
his
red
cherry.
carpet or
He's a virgin
something.
right now.
I should have bought some cherry tonight. Bust his cherry. Come on. Now.
He nervous. He nervous. You're not nervous, right?
Nah.
Don't be nervous. We family. Don't be nervous.
right,
you guys.
We good.
All right. Don't mind. She probably flirt with you and shit. Go with the flow.
You know.
All right. How old are you, man? You look young.
I'm 21.
Nice.
21?
Just turned 21 in May. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. How many
Team Taurus.
I'm Team Taurus, yeah.
Team Taurus.
You're a Taurus too?
Yeah.
Okay. And shouts to Joey Go birthday, obviously.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, we know
Cap.
he ain't a Taurus.
Facts.
Team Cap.
Sunday sound like it's gonna be crazy.
It's
Snow,
gonna be crazy.
no snow. It's gonna be.
It doesn't matter. People still.
It's gonna be lit up in there.
So by you being 21, how long have you been singing and writing?
I've been singing for quite a while. I have like this story that I always tell. I was always singing on my grandmother's bedside, and she would teach me like little gospel songs.
Okay.
Because I did go to the church, and yeah, that's how I just started singing and stuff like that. I started singing when I was about 5 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been singing for a minute, and then writing, I just created along as through the journey.
What made you want to be serious? Because you know some people play around with it. What made you want to be serious?
I wanted to be serious when I basically, there was a time when my little baby sister, she passed away.
Okay.
So I kind of made this thing for me where it was just like, if I don't do anything in my life, I want to be able to be like the best entertainer I can be just for her.
Nice. Purpose. That's what's up. So before we play this track, how do you feel about it?
I feel really good about it. I'm really happy about this track. I'm really grateful for this opportunity that Celeste gave me, and I'm honored.
Okay. So let's cut the BS.
Humble
let's play
young
it.
man. You see, humble young
Very,
man.
very.
working
I
with a
feel it from
purpose,
here.
Good vibes, good energy.
I try.
You're doing good. That's what's going to take you a long way.
Nervous?
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
It's all right. We
something wrong if
popping
he
your
wasn't.
cherry tonight. It's all right.
This song we're about to play, what it's about?
Ooh, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a girl being a true player.
Ah.
It's like a boy just being messed around, just messing with his heart, and then.
Because we always hear the other side.
Exactly.
We always hear the men, the dog, and the women out. But we got feelings too, right? We got feelings too.
Yeah. Y'all trying to come out. Yeah, y'all trying to come out emotional. I feel y'all.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good look for the young man.
Are y'all gonna collab on any
We
tracks?
are. I'm actually on this record.
Yeah.
I'm on this record. I was featured, featured on the record. It made at first, we were gonna let him rock, and then I laid a reference verse, and Tyler was like, he was very happy with it. He was like, no, don't take it off. Let's leave it on there, man. It's, it sounds great. Like I don't know anybody that could write anything that's gonna make more sense for the record.
That's what's up.
So we were like, it wasn't a forced situation.
Yeah,
it was like, I'm gonna send a record to one of my peoples. I'm gonna get him to jump on, and they're gonna do it as a favor. No, it was just like we all were in the room when it was created. So the energy and the vibe was
organic.
Yeah,
exactly.
it was there.
That's the key. See, that's what the music is not today.
Exactly.
You didn't Suge Knight.
And that's the
you
key.
didn't Suge Knight the situation.
Not yet. I mean, there will be.
Not even Suge Knight. Puff Daddy situation.
Yeah.
Take that.
We need to play some background. Yeah. But there will probably be some Suge Knight situations in this business. This is different.
Absolutely.
Business,
sometimes you got to.
Unfortunately. And, I may get my little ditty on here and there dancing in the background. Tyler going to teach me how to dance. White people, we can't really dance too much. All I need is a two-step, right?
Listen, you're Italian. You got some rhythm.
I got a little rhythm.
Y'all got a troll over here. This
Rocky
guy,
had a two-step.
He's not from the hood. You don't have to be from the hood to be good.
Who's not from the hood?
Yeah.
He said, who's not from the hood? Gary?
Who's not from the hood?
I don't know.
All right, we'll get back to Gary.
We like all that. It's part of the game.
Troll sit under the bridge for a reason.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo. He played basketball with spandex on too.
Okay. He's a cutie pie. All right, let's play the track. He's a cutie pie.
I was like, yo, you're not guarding me, B.
All right, so introduce the track.
No disrespect.
Tyler, introduce yourself.
All right, well, this is my track, my very first single being put out, True Player featuring Celise.
Yes, let's get into that.
Let go.
What you tryna do? Yeah. Cause what you gonna lose is me. I ain't no damn fool. No, baby. Cause I ain't with the same mistakes. I ain't with it. You ain't never changed, and still I ain't with it. Cause baby, I can see the signs. Is it all in my mind? Thinking what went left, or is it right? Or is it right? Or is it right? Yeah. Don't think that you're free, cause you're history. Don't you lie to me. True player, you're a true player. Don't you mess with me. Won't fall for your schemes. You don't mean nothing. True player, you're a true player. Fool me once, that's shame on you. But fool me twice, that's shame on me. Yeah, they say you can't play a player right. This lame can run that game on me. 3 times, there won't be no next time. Cause once you lose me, I'm singing bye-bye-bye. Was it pre-designed, leaving all your marks blind? You lost your mind. Ooh, cause baby, I can see the signs. Is it all in my mind? Thinking what went left, or is it right? Or is it right? Or is it right? Yeah. Don't think that you're free, cause you're history. Don't you lie to me. True player, you're a true player. Don't you mess with me. Won't fall for your schemes. You don't mean nothing. True player, you're a true player.
Fool me once, that's shame on you. But fool me twice, that's shame on me. And they say you can't play a player right. Say you can never run that game on me. Real eyes recognize real eyes. And real eyes recognize real lies. Once you lose me, you lost me. And that's a big loss. True player, but I ain't playing no more. Meanwhile, I'm ballin'. Steph Curry with the bank shot. Diddy on him, dancing with the won't stop. Can't stop. Cooking up, me and young Tyler got the pants hot. Now she want me back, cause I'm everything her man's not.
Don't you look confused, cause what you did was cruel. Girl, you played me like a fool, babe. Don't think that you're free, cause you're history. Don't you lie to me. True player, true player. Don't you mess with me. Won't fall for your schemes. You don't mean nothing. True player, true player. Don't think that you're free, cause you're history. Don't you lie to me. True player, true player. Don't you mess with me.
Whoa.
Sound nice.
Youngin.
Got some there.
Okay. Okay.
I am
ain't mad at
definitely
you.
feeling that. Definitely.
Thank you.
Good record.
And like you said, it flowed so well. Your rap to his singing,
It was seamless.
Yeah.
It felt right, and you know now we're just gonna get the mix completed, and then we're gonna shoot the visual. Got to get my young man, you know, gotta let the ladies see him.
Yes.
You know, that's the key. You know, you get the girls.
Yeah.
You win.
Exactly.
That's how it goes.
Dudes don't buy records.
No, never. But they trust me. They're gonna bump to whatever shorty likes.
They're gonna play it for the ladies.
Exactly.
Got a little shorty in the car at the crib. You throw that on.
And you know, it's not. You know, there's R&B that some of it is like real sappy, and it's, you know, it almost gets to that point where it's almost lame. But this is just real. This is real talk.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna be able to pull that shit that you pulled on him on me. You know, and that's really, you know.
That's
real
life
as
right
it
now.
gets.
What it is. Let her know what it is. Like, this is what it is, baby.
But this is just one. I mean, you know, we're working on a few other records for him, and you know, because I want him to be really diverse in the type of records that he makes. Okay. You know, I don't want him to just be a one-trick pony that can only make those love.
Exactly.
And I want his real topics, you know, real stuff that goes on in the world, and you know, like a Chris Brown meets Life Jennings type of guy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, there's something, you know, substance. You know, some of these artists you listen to, especially R&B, and every song is just like one big run on of how many chicks you either hit or how many chicks you're gonna hit, and how, you know. And then after a while, it's like, it's cool, but what else? You know, I think R&B artists, you know, back in the day, the ones that we like, they have more substance, and I think that's what I want for him.
Okay.
You know, I want there to be substance in the music as well. I mean, we're gonna make the hit. Obviously, you got to make the hit. If that's not it, you know, then we're gonna keep going until we make the hit. But you know, I want there to be substance throughout the project.
Okay, now Tyler, for you being, you know, kind of young, what are some of your inspirations? What inspired you besides gospel and church? What inspired you?
Definitely listening to Chris Brown videos when I was younger.
Okay.
Listening to like With You, Pop In, all the old stuff from back then. And then also Michael Jackson, of course. He was such like a big inspiration for me. And actually recently I found out about a guy named Luke James.
Oh, yeah.
He sings really, really good, and I love listening to him sing, and he's unbelievable.
All right, that's nice. Some old school, some legendary, and then you give us a little new school.
Yeah.
All right. You can give us an acapella. I got a couple of ladies on the check-in right now. You give like a little sample. No, yes, no pressure.
I'll go to my go-to. I'll go to my go-to real quick. Go to my go-to.
No pressure.
No, I love always singing With You by Chris Brown. That's always my go-to.
Take it away.
All right.
Ladies, let me know what you think. Acapella. Let's get it.
Hey, little mama, ooh, you a stunner, hot little figure. Yes, you were in it, and I'm so glad to be yours. You're a class all your own, and ooh, little cutie, when you talk to me, swear your whole world stops. My sweetheart, I'm so glad that you're mine. Are one of a kind, and yeah.
Very good. Very
got the
good.
juice
Yeah.
And I can tell you, he's holding back. That's one of his things.
I can feel it too.
He holds back because this is all new to him.
Yeah.
Nobody recorded that?
I mean,
I know we live. We all live, but
recording all over
just
the
record a clip to just put on the page.
Listen, we gonna get that later.
How you gonna get that later? You do editing now?
We could.
All right, okay.
Why are we fighting right now?
Nobody wins but a family feud.
Oh, man.
No.
My man got the quotables. He's the one-liner right there. Homie just come out of nowhere, but it's always the one line, but it's the right line.
Right
It's
there,
the right. He don't say
fine.
much. He just says the right line. I love that. That's what's up.
Wow, you got talent, kid. You got talent. Where you see yourself 5 years from now?
I would love to see myself doing the same thing I'm doing right now, just singing my heart out.
Okay.
Just being that
Where?
best entertainer. If I do make it, Madison Square Garden. Gotta go all the way.
When?
Gotta
When?
go all the way.
I was gonna say no if.
Speak it into
Yeah.
existence, right?
Yeah,
Gotta go all the way.
because if you
I wanna
can't see
be-
yourself, you're already where you at.
That's right.
You're right.
That's
you're
right.
I definitely want to see myself there.
Okay.
And plenty of other Madison Square Gardens in other states.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Bigger, just the world. Gotta think
Definitely.
global. But I wanted to throw him into the mix right away and get him around professionals like yourselves because
Yes.
this is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like how you just sing.
Yeah.
Freestyle. You know what I mean? You sing. That's what it is.
This
That's
is
what
life,
the game
yeah.
is. And back like I said, not to age us, but we're not 20. That's what it was in the rap game.
Yep.
It wasn't let me play your demo, let me send me your music via email. It was like, no, spit.
Yeah, I want to hear you
Like
now.
I want to hear you rap. Like I remember being in around Cool G rap. These kids, young kids don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
But to us, that was like I was in the room with the whole BGF clique, and my manager was like rap, and he was hungry like Queens dude was all in there like looking at me. I'm like, I had like the bandana with the spiky, the Gotti hair dude. I'm looking at these mother. I'm like, oh man. And so his one man started like I thought it was gonna just be a cipher, and his man came at me on some like battle shit.
Yeah.
I went right into defense mode. I murdered him. And for G-Rap to stand there and be like, he embarrassed you in your own studio. And I'm sitting there like, oh man, we gotta walk out this motherfucker.
Oh man,
this kid just lost his spot on the album, and I gotta walk out this motherfucker. But
Pull a cab now.
But man, that's all part of that's all part of the experience, and these are all things that I want him to experience.
Yes.
I want to bring him through these type of situations where other vocalists put him in a room with people that are as good or hopefully better.
Yeah.
So he can see what it's like, and he can continue to step his game up. You don't get better shooting in the gym by yourself.
Exactly.
Or playing somebody that's 3 feet tall. You got to play against the bigger boys in order to get better.
Exactly.
And I know that he's hungry and he wants it, and that's what's important.
What was one of the biggest highlights in your whole career that, like, something that you would always remember, something to tell your kids about?
I guess performing. I think it was last year we performed on Broadway. They shut down all the Broadway. I think it was Broadway and Fifth Avenue. It was for a Russell Simmons event, and there was probably, there had to be 30, 40,000 at least in the street. Everything was shut off for blocks and blocks and blocks. And we performed this song that I have called "Together." It's a real powerful record about unity. Okay. And when we stepped off that stage, to have Russell walk over and be like, that was an amazing performance. Wow. To have that man, who I grew up looking like, I'd have threw myself out a window to get a record deal with Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? But to have that man step to me and be like, he didn't have to say nothing to me. Who am I? Yeah, I performed at his event, but he could have just kept it. There was other artists and acts, but he walked up to me and the dude that I did the record with. He was like, that was an amazing record. He even retweeted the record for us. He did a lot. That and then battling Kanye. There's that footage that's all on the internet. Me and Kanye battling back in the day. That was another prize moment. But every time I hit the stage, I enjoy that. I enjoy that presence. So, like I said, even if it's him, which I hope it is, I'm still going to be up there with him and making sure that, the energy is right. And that comes with experience,
Exactly.
A lot of artists I see fail so often. They get on the stage and that, they get the deer in the headlights and they're just like, they look out at all those people. And people want to hate you. Yeah. They want to hate you. Believe me, take it from me, I performed in front of spots that were just either it was an all-black crowd or an all-Spanish crowd who didn't even speak English, or a Bangladesh crowd, like 5,000-6,000 deep, and, you're there and you're like, they don't even understand what I'm saying. How do I win this crowd over?
Keep it hype.
And, it's just about the energy. People, they may not understand the words, but people always feed off the energy.
Shit, I'll be waiting for people to fumble when they come up here so I can get it.
Of course. It's human nature. It's human nature. You want, they're aiming at you. You got the bullseye on you. You chose to be on that stage, right? So you put that target on yourself as soon as you walked up there. Yeah. So you got to take whatever comes with it. I've been criticized and I've been applauded, and then and that's obviously something that's going to come his way as well. There are going to be people that love it, and there's going to be Garys in the chat room. That's the way it's going to go. But at the end of the day, if people are talking, that's good. All press is good press. That's what I always say.
Well, always. We definitely appreciate you guys coming through tonight.
This was great.
Yeah. Let us know where we can find both of you guys at, where they can find you at.
Definitely. Mine is at Salise NYC, via YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Spell that for those.
SALESENYC. That's SALESENYC. Basically just put that in Google and a bunch of stuff will come up. And this is Young Tyler.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Tyler Nottage Music, Tyler Tyler, Nottage Nottage. People always say like knowledge and all that. Yeah, no, it's Nottage. And then music. Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram right there.
Okie dokie.
Make sure you get that Mia Vita. That's my latest release. That's out now on all platforms.
Okay.
Everywhere. Definitely worth a listen.
All right, we got 6 minutes. So when do y'all want to take us out? Like a little freestyle,
what you wanna hear?
Some R&B, like.
I think you know what I've done this a lot. I want young Tyler to shine. You know, I've been in this seat many times, thank God, and you know, so I want young Tyler to take us. Where you gonna take us? I want you gotta go left now. You went Chris Brown, so now you gotta go left.
Yeah, you went comfortable.
You already did the hard part. You already broke the cherry is pop. No homo.
Yeah, it is.
Oh gosh. Who can I go with?
What do y'all want to hear? Let's hear. Who
Joey, what you want to hear?
Who would yes. Necole, who would you like to hear him sing?
How old school can you give us?
How old? Just tell him a song.
Can you give him some Belle Biv DeVoe?
You gotta know it, Joe. Okay, we have 5 minutes left.
I actually love John Legend.
Okay.
John Legend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us some ordinary people.
Ordinary people.
Let's go.
There you
Seriously.
go.
Ordinary people.
I don't
Let's
want to
go.
get him too old. No.
Jesus Christ. You're not even
Like
old.
Frankie Beverly.
You can't go that back.
I mean, as long as you don't go like Temptations or anything.
Nah, I'm definitely not
She
that
don't
old.
know
you
that.
But we want to make sure that he does know all that type of stuff because that's
that's what it-
that's where
That's
this
a
all
classic,
this
yeah.
came from. A lot of people,
Legendary.
they think
Yeah.
They say, yeah, that's a good one. This is little mama brother. He's a jerk though.
What?
Yeah, he's a jerk. That's my man. He's a jerk.
Okay. Yeah. So let's.
He's online. He said, yeah, ordinary people. Ordinary people? All right, let's get it.
Get to
Let's
ordinary
get it.
people.
Ordinary people, all right.
and sing it.
Girl, I'm in love with you. This ain't no honeymoon. We're past the infatuation phase. Right in the sick of love. At times we get sick of love. Seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehaved and you made your mistakes. We both still got room left to grow. Though love sometimes hurt, I'll still put you first. We'll make this thing work, but I think we should take it slow. We're just ordinary people.
Talk to 'em.
Hey, we don't know which way to go. Hey, we're just ordinary people. Maybe we should take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, this time we'll take it slow.
Yeah.
He said he's good live. That boy's good live. That boy back.
No auto tune R&B artist here. This is a real vocalist.
Show your little love up there, boy. All right,
Yes.
fellas, thank y'all for coming out,
Thank
man.
you for having us,
Thank
man.
you,
Hopefully
man.
we be back.
Definite.
Looking forward to that.
All right, DJ Trace, take us out. Hood to Hood each and every Wednesday. See y'all Sunday.
Oh, and Tyler, where you from?
I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, BX.
Of course he's from the
today.
Bronx.
Hey,
You already
gotta
know what
make
it
sure.
is.
Sometimes them Queens people sneak up in here acting like us.
Negative.
Saying.
Shout out to Queens, but you know if I'm gonna run with an artist, it gotta be BX.
The hometown. PX. We up out of here. Hood to Hood. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
First she pop a Zen, then she roll a weed. She call me Papa Bell and a nigga off the lean. They sippin' on that dirty, but these niggas know I'm clean. And that's money in my DNA, that's hundreds in my jeans. So you know we bout to run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up. Yeah, yeah, we run it up. You fuck with my niggas, we run it up. My chain only shine like the sun is up. We used to be down, but we coming up. Now your shorty go down, she ain't coming up. My mom told me, boy, get your money up. I know we don't play with that funny stuff. She came for DR, now her buns is up. Shorty came here with the straight hair, but she ready for time, now her bun is up. Chop it straight to your stomach, that's tummy tough. And boy, is a rap like a mummy, yeah. And I'm an 80s baby in the gray Mercedes. And I'm grinding hard while they staying lazy. We spray 380s, you smoke. If I slay a lady, you ghost. If I bring the time when you marring. Team getting high, a few marshes. Puffing on that gas like who farted. Shorty bring that ass a new target. And they got just beat me a case. And swiped out with the TD and Chase. Money stuffed in the wall. Baby girl said I need me a safe. On purple, combination like PB and J. Girl, I love you, it's easy to say. So I told her come sit on my face. See that pussy to squeeze on the waist. Pull the trigger to squeeze on his face, yeah. I'm so hot, told her meet me in space. First she pop a Zen, then she roll a weed. She call me Papa Bell and a nigga off the lean. They sippin' on that dirty, but these niggas know I'm clean, and there's money in my DNA, that's hundreds in my jeans, so you know we bout to run it up, run it up, run it up, yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up, yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up, yeah, yeah, run it up, run it up, run it up, yeah, yeah. I'm the man, yeah, eyes chinky like I'm from Japan. What's the plan? Yeah, get that money, they don't understand. She pop a zen, yeah, she grab my balls and throw her underhand. I'm with the fam, yeah, Henny in my cup mixed with that crack.
You know, sometimes you gotta vent and get it off your chest. This is, let's go, Bronx, cause this is, okay, cause this is, Tracks, Bronx. This is new money, new bank accounts, big dreams, scheming on a large amount. This is new suit, tuxedo. This is Benihana's, this is Ito's. This is surf and turf, this is eating good. This is Venice, Italy, where I should. This is overseas living, cause I could. This is try to take it, I wish you would.
Yeah, this that live it, how you live it. This that struggle, boy, get it, how you get it. This that all blue Yankee fitted. This that hustle, gotta hustle till you get it.
This is pasta, rude boy roster. This the Grammys, this the Oscars. This is the last chance, this is your last dance. This is that 40 mark, enhance. This is that get it and do it where you live at. This that fast car, I'ma buy for Kit Kat. This for Rippy S, this for Deacon. This for them dudes on them blocks that be sleeping. This for the lifers, the kids in the streets. This for those who pass.